Hey dancers, my name is Jessica Hogendijk, owner of DanceFit University. I'm an ACE certified group fitness instructor and I've been teaching Zumba, Zumba Gold, and Bar for the past 7 years. I wanted to create this foam rolling for dancers workshop for you guys because as dancers, we are so hard on our feet and we're so hard on our legs. We're using them all the time and they deserve some love. Foam rolling can also help with chronic pain in your knees and ankles and feet. This type of foam rolling is also called myofascial release. And before we get started, I just wanted to quickly touch on what we're doing and what fascia is. I've heard it described as the casing on a sausage, like a thin layer of skin that surrounds all of our muscles and bone and tissues. So during our foam rolling today, we're going to be increasing blood flow and oxygen and hydration to all of your fascia in your feet and your legs. In order to do this, we're going to be wanting to drink lots of water as we do this because that's going to help increase that hydration to some really dehydrated fascia. We also are going to take nice deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. As you breathe in, you're increasing that oxygenation in your body and you're sending it to all of your muscles and your fascia as well. So you're breathing in through your nose, expanding your belly, breathing out through your mouth, contracting that belly back and getting a nice deep oxygenated breath. You're also going to need a foam roller for this workshop. You can get these on Amazon. They're super duper cheap. You can get them at Target. It doesn't have to be a long one. It can be a shorty like this. It doesn't have to have bumps on it. In fact, this will increase the pain a little bit, but you can get a smooth one or a bumpy one, whatever you choose. The other thing we're going to need is a ball. You don't have to get special foam rolling balls. I'm going to be using a lacrosse ball today. These work great. There's also little balls with bumps on them that you can get, or you can just use a tennis ball. So whatever you have lying around the house, it's probably going to work just fine. We're going to start off with our feet because as dancers, we use our feet a lot. The human body is made up of 206 bones. 26 of those bones are in each foot. So getting right into it, take a nice relaxed stance, crisscross applesauce. You can grab one foot and place it on top of the other. And you're going to take your thumbs and place them in the middle of your foot. And we're going to gently massage your foot, pushing upwards and in, trying to relax as much as possible, taking some deep breaths here, just breathing. Separating those toes, just getting your body ready and getting your foot used to being touched. I want you to take some pretty firm pressure and place it in your heel, and we're going to push upwards on your heel. We're rubbing, massaging with fairly firm pressure on your heel right here. Okay, so we've warmed up our heel, we've spread and pushed our thumbs up through the top of your foot. And now you're going to just slowly separate and massage each metatarsal up here, separating those toes by just working your thumb and finger in between each joint. Warming them up nice and easy. Little circular motion right here. Okay, now we're going to keep that foot crossed over and take your fingers and we're going to lace them between your toes. So pinky goes between pinky toe. Try to relax and let your body just get used to the feeling. Deep breaths here. Once this becomes comfortable for you, I want you to take your hand and slowly rotate up and rotate down. Just increasing that range of motion slowly. Breathing. If this is painful, I want you to just make a very conscious effort to relax your body. Up and down. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna twist side to side. Side to side right here. Twisting, relaxing, breathing. Once you've gone up and down, twisted side to side, you're gonna go up and down this way, switching directions. You're covering all 3 planes of motion. And then I want you to release here. Next up, we're gonna work with our lacrosse ball or tennis ball. So go ahead and grab it and place it underneath the arch of your foot. I want your toes to curl around it here, like you're trying to grab the ball with your toes. We're just gonna curl over and then lift up and release. Curl over, lift and release. Do this a couple times, maybe 5 times. Breathing. And then I want you to slowly roll that ball forward and back on the arch of your foot, going all the way from the pad of your foot to your heel. Rolling that arch, maybe going along the edges, along the sides. Breathing. Once you've rolled that about 10 times, I want you to keep it on your heel and make little circles around your heel right here. Circling around. You can try going forward and back. Massaging that heel. We're gonna apply these same techniques to the opposite foot. So again, crisscross applesauce. Place those thumbs on the inside of your foot and we're gonna push up, just relaxing our foot. I know I have very ticklish feet, so it takes me a little while to get used to this sensation. And you're gonna push your thumbs up and out, just warming things up on this side. Warming up those toes. All right, and then work your way down to the heel. Firm pressure here. Firm pressure in that heel. Using your thumbs to really get in there. Massaging even the back of the heel as it connects to your ankle. Nice firm pressure. And let's work our way back up to the toes. Again, massaging those metatarsals. So finding those toe joints and just nice, easy circular motions here. Circling around. And if you find an area that's very painful for you, just go nice and easy. Listen to your body, of course. If you have any foot injuries, be careful, be mindful of those as you do these. And on this side, we're also going to lace our fingers in between your toes. So splaying your toes nice and wide. Take a nice deep breath. Relax. Once it starts to feel comfortable, you can nod your toe yes and no. Going up and down to start. And then twisting side to side. Breathing, releasing those muscles. And then up and down this way. All three planes of motion. And slowly release. Grab that lacrosse ball. We're going to do the same thing with this foot. So placing it on the pad of your foot, we're going to wrap those toes around, squeezing the ball, and release, and wrap, and release. Giving the ball a hug. One more. And then I want you to roll that ball on the arch of your foot. I keep this spiky ball just below my bathroom counter. So while I'm brushing my teeth, I roll my feet. It's a great way to get your rolling in, just rolling the arches of your foot every day. But if you do this even just 2 times a week, you'll really notice a big difference. This can be done before or after you exercise. It can be done first thing in the morning, it can be done late at night. The important point is that you do it, right? All right, so take that ball and again, circle it around your heel. And as we move this around, we are increasing that blood flow and oxygen to all of these areas, promoting healing, promoting pain relief. Maybe go back and forward. We're hydrating that fascia, so make sure you hydrate your body. Drinking lots of water before and after this. If you've ever done a massage and they're like, oh, make sure you drink lots of water today, that is why. It's because we're hydrating your muscles, we're hydrating your fascia. Now come crisscross applesauce, and we're gonna take the ball and place it on your calf here, rolling forward and back on your calf muscle, a nice medium pressure, getting the inside of your calf. You can even go all the way down to your ankle. Roll around your ankle. You can make circles. Massaging that inner calf muscle. So good to give our bodies just a little bit of love and attention. They work so hard for us. Go ahead and do the same thing to the opposite side. You can start at the ankle, rolling your way up. Making little circles. All right. Now we get to the fun stuff. Everybody place those balls off to the side and grab your foam roller. Start by placing your foam roller on your mat and place that roller right in the middle of your calf muscle. Placing your hands behind your booty, fingertips pointing towards your toes, you're gonna lift up and roll your calf muscle forward and back. Both legs on here, rolling forward and back. Now, you might notice that you feel some knots and some painful areas that are more painful than the others as you roll through. So what you can do is once you hit that spot where you feel a knot in your muscle, you can just sit there, hold that spot, maybe for the count of 10. You can also windshield wiper here, going side to side, rolling that knot out. And then you can continue back and forward. So whenever you feel that spot, wherever we're foam rolling, that's a little more tender, I want you to camp out there. Don't go anywhere, just camp out there. Take a nice deep breath. And then continue on. Maybe start at your heel and try that windshield wiper action all the way down, or you can just roll halfway up your calf and then go back. And then you can do the opposite half. If going over that calf muscle all the way doesn't feel good, you can just do half at a time. Also, you can play with the rotation of your foot, so you can rotate from one side, rolling forward and back. You can rotate to the opposite side. You want to take about a minute in each major muscle area and foam roll for about a minute on each place. If you want to feel this more, you can also do one leg at a time. So take one leg, place the opposite leg on top, pressing down into that leg, and again lifting up and rolling back and forth. And breathing. It's okay if this is painful. The more you foam roll, the less painful it will be. Let's try the other side. Lifting up, crossing over, rolling back and forth. If you find that tender spot, just sit in it, hold, breathe, and release. Next, we're going to focus on our hamstrings right here. So lifting up, rolling back and forward from the bottom of your booty all the way to the crook of your knee, back and forward right here. Maybe rotating your legs to the side and side. Hitting different areas of your muscle. Beautiful. Working our way on up, we are going to do our glutes. So sitting on your foam roller, come to a 4 stretch here, placing one ankle on top of your knee. You're going to go over onto one glute at a time. So lifting one cheek off of that roller, roll that glute back and forward here. Rolling, rolling. Our glutes are some of the biggest muscles in our body. It's important to take care of them. Okay, go ahead and switch sides, placing the opposite cheek on that roller, opposite ankle comes over that knee, and rolling back and forward. Next, we're going to roll our inner adductors and our outer abductors in that IT band. So let's start with that outer abductor. And I want you to come over the top of your foam roller and then hit what would be like a side plank position. So placing that roller right in between your hip and your knee, come over onto that side plank position, and we're gonna roll from the top of your knee to the bottom of your hip. So you can place your hand on your mat here, your foot is up by your roller, and you're rolling forward and back. And this can be particularly ouchy. So if you find that spot that feels like you're rolling over the top of a bruise, I want you to just stop in that spot and sit there and breathe. Try to the count of 5 and then slowly continue. A lot of people have chronic pain in their IT band. Foam rolling can help release some of that chronic pain. It can also really help with chronic knee pain. So if you find that around your knee is particularly sore, you can camp out around your knee right here. Rolling back and forward. Again, taking about 60 seconds on each side. All right, let's switch. Finding that side plank position. Outside foot comes up. And rolling from the top of your hip to the bottom of your knee. Breathing. Sitting, camping out, where you find that spot that's sore, and slowly continue. Again, you guys can do this before or after your workouts. In the morning, first thing, or right before you go to bed. At least twice a week, but even once a week will be helpful. All right, let's hit those inner thighs. So this time you're gonna bring your foam roller vertical on your mat, and you're gonna go over the top of it in a low plank position. So you're on your elbows here, and you bring the roller to the inside of your knee, and you're gonna push down into it as it rolls off to the side, all the way to the very inside of your hip, and then again to your knee, and rolling to the inside of your hip, rolling out that adductor. Breathing here. We're getting up close and personal with our foam rollers. This is always the one that I would get funny looks at in the gym. All right, keep it going. Rolling back and forward. If you find that spot that's ouchy, sit and hold in that spot. Breathe, and then continue. Even getting up to that hip flexor on the very inside. And then switching sides. Finding that low plank position, starting at the inside of your knee, rolling back and forth. And release. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this foam rolling for dancers workshop. I'm so happy to be here. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope we keep taking care of our bodies so we can keep dancing longer. See you guys on the dance floor.